Hi, my name is Larry Hamilton. I'm a retired Black history teacher from Piqua, Ohio, and I'm here to share with you a little information about the Randolph narrative in the coming of the Randolph Freedpeople to the Upper Miami Valley of Ohio.
I am Paisha Thomas. I'm a seventh generation descendant of John Randolph's Freedpeople. My sixth great grandfather was Johnson Crowder, who was freed from John Randolph's plantation.
My name's Chris Lee, and I am a descendant of the Randolph Freedpeople. I was born and raised in Rossville, where the Randolph Freedpeople settled. So my take on the whole Randolph narrative is that it was an injustice done to those people, but we were able to persevere.
This story is a story that is not told in our history books, and their story is representative of Black people, foundational Black Americans throughout this country.
John Randolph died in 1833, and he was attempting to assert the legal manumission of the slaves that he had inherited.
John Randolph had some remorse and some guilt about what he considered having to own human beings. He felt like it was a necessary evil. It still took 13 more years for the people to be freed physically, because they kept them enslaved during the contest of the will in court. The land that John Randolph purchased for me and my people is a lush and beautiful, deep green land, a farm, as far as the eye can see.
The slaves then moved from Virginia to Ohio, attempted to settle in land that was purchased for them in Mercer County, which New Bremen was in Mercer County at that time.
My people made it to Mercer County, Ohio, and were met with not just resistance, but violence.
They sat upon the Randolph freedmen in the canal boats and basically told them that they were not going to be allowed to move across the 10 miles remaining to where land in the amount of about 3,200 acres had already been purchased for them to settle upon.
A militarized group of people. They had formed a militia, and they had politicized their cause. They had written a memorandum that they sent out to all of the politicians in Ohio, saying that promising that they would not vote for any politician who would try to force them to uphold John Randolph's will.
They were rejected and thrown out, and made their way back down to just outside the Piqua area. The city of Piqua itself at the time even rejected them, held their hands out and said, nope, you can't come into town, and the sheriff allowed them to settle outside of town in a place called Rossville.
We're now at the African Jackson Cemetery, and this is a marker for the internment of the Randolph Freedpeople as a result of having been turned back from the acreage that was purchased for them in 1846. It's a sad story, but it's a story that needs to be acknowledged, and it needs to be told, and we need to make sure that this is a part of an inclusive narrative of American history.
People need to know. They need to know that These injustices that happened in land, those have present day consequences. Had my people had access to their real estate, I would not have been a product of generational poverty.
I came from a free people who had to struggle and work hard. They persevered so that they could create a better life for me, and my descendants became stronger, and each successive generation got stronger and stronger, and they empowered me.
Some people might hear the story and think, oh yeah, this is a great story. The people, ended up living happily ever after. And what people don't understand is that these people have been impacted for generations due to what occurred, due to the injustice of them not being able to claim or receive the land that was theirs.